So, Alex, what's new?
Hello. So what's new? The Christmas was a little bit slow. Everyone went offline suddenly. I didn't expect that. So I had some offline dealings, but just took some time to reflect, to think about what's going on. Some, philosophy, being hungry in the fasting before the New Year's Eve. But anyway, yeah, I did a dive into category theory. Was very interesting. How it's called on YouTube, lecture series. And then I actually was doing Advent of Code, which you proposed, and was interested. Yeah, actually, yeah, you posted that you added some tests for the program, and I thought, how I'm gonna do this in Haskell? And then I found out that I have to refactor the repository and do pretty lot of stuff. And now I'm deep into writing tests for Bluetooth scripts, how quick check fits there, and whatever is the hell is so many tools already for that, and everybody complains that there's not enough, and there's already too many to know, and that's a big headache. So yeah, that's that's my pain. What's going on with the testing, for example, Bluetooth V2.
So, what is next then?
Yeah, I work on so there's PBL, and I want to create a module to explain to myself first, and then to everyone else who wants it, how to approach and how to build tests for the apps. That's one thing, and yeah, another thing is there's a book which I liked about intersection of category theory and game theory, about there's the whole line of reasoning from game theory, which comes to 30s, and ideas about subjective probability and bets, and how people I wagered this money for this outcome. And then there was a big book with Van Neumann, and this kind of the same ideas, I think, but expressed in language of functions and functional relations and morphisms and stuff like that, and set theory. So yeah, it's pretty interesting because we work with functional programming, and game theory is very interesting subject. And now, yeah, there's a repo I can probably use, and then there is a book for which I try to kind of figure out if can I write Haskell for that. That's very interesting for me now. Keep at that.
That sounds very interesting. That's the first time for me hearing that you combine game theory with category theory and then also set theory, and look at maybe the intersect there, or how you can apply that. That sounds fascinating. Yeah, I would like to look into that. Do you have the book title by any chance handy?
I will send you. I don't have. Yeah, there's more than one book. There's several articles, and yeah.
Okay, awesome. Do you mind posting maybe them later in Discord when you get to it?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome, cool. That sounds fascinating. Victor, do you have any comments or questions?
No, but it's interesting that everyone, no matter what they're doing, has gone through a slow period at the end of the year. But I don't think this is something bad necessarily, because we need to recharge. So it's part of the cycle. It's part of the process.
I agree. And then, Alex, you mentioned that you will create a module for the Gimbal Labs PBL, right? On testing. Did I hear that right? Or for Bluetooth V2?
Still planning and figuring out. I mainly, last time I focused mostly on building, and still there's a lot of things that I don't understand how, with between Nix and Haskell, what happens, and how to debug that if there's something doesn't build properly. And this ties to deployment and delivery of our applications. But primarily now on testing, but to begin with, yeah.
Is there what do you need help with right now? Is there anything that anybody, us or anybody else in the greater community, can help you with?
I have to think about it. I don't know.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you. It's always good to hear what you're up to. Victor, what's new?
Yep. So I'll provide some updates about locks. Since the last time we shared some updates here, I guess what we've first of all, at Locks we are building an ecosystem of alternative dispute resolution and conflict resolution in general. We already have a mediation platform, and now we are working on B2B solution to provide conflict resolution services for other businesses, especially focusing on talent retention and creating a happy workplace for these employees. And we've recently shifting this strategy from B2C to B2B. And as Alex mentioned, in these last few weeks, we've been kind of in a slow mode, taking some time to rest and recharge for this year. But what we have been doing recently is that we've been able to close out a few proposals that were pending in Catalyst. I guess in the last 3 weeks, we've closed out 3 or 4 proposals, and we are about to close one more this week, which is the Latin America expansion of Win-Win, which now is called Mediators.ai, but we have expanded the scope of this proposal not just to cover mediation, but all kinds of alternative dispute resolution methods. And we are closing out this proposal for Latin America, and at the same time, we are continue to build capacity, learning more, not just about the technical side. For example, I'm not a front-end developer. I have back-end skills, Python, C++, and some VBA, some other stuff. And now I'm learning as well front-end to be able to support the development of the next tools. But also on the business side of things, we are continuing to have some mentoring, continue to improve our business plan, creating pitch decks, both for investors and customers. And yeah, this is what we've been doing. Our next steps are trying to find our first B2B customer, and we are currently working on this actually for a few weeks right now. And I guess I have the feeling, and I guess Matthias also shared this feeling, that we are getting better at this over time, so it won't take that long until we find the first one. We hope so. And we are also working on closing out some other Catalyst proposals. As I mentioned, the Latin expansion proposal. We also have similar proposals to South Africa, India, and Japan. And the goal is to close out all 3 proposals this month, and then completely focus on the tools that we are building. And if there's something that I could request any kind of help, I guess right now, if you know someone that works with ADR in any of these countries, South America, South Africa, India, or Japan, or some information about how ADR works there as well, it would help us on understanding how the industry works there and building this report as well.
Great, thank you. And then obviously there's a lot more, but thank you. Any questions, Alex, or comments?
Yeah, no.
Okay, great, thank you. I'm going to stop the recording.